Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Pink Flamingo. I am an intuitive and tarot reader, and I'm also an intuitive reader. This is going to be your reading for career and love for the week of May 18th to May 24, 2025. I'm going to be doing 5 cards for career, 5 cards for love, and also make sure you're subscribed, and also make sure to check out your sun and your moon and your rising. Um, Okay, so let's get started. I already pre-shuffled for you. Let's see what pops up. Let's see what pops up. Okay. We have here the Three of Cups reversed, rumors, gossip, disloyalty, betrayal, rejection. Okay, something's going on wherever you're working, your career. There's a lot of gossip, a lot of like disloyalty. I feel like you work in a really toxic environment where, I think you are a source of envy. I honestly feel like you're successful and you're good at whatever you do. So there's just a lot of like envy and gossip. That's what I get. Let's see what else it's giving me. Okay, we have the world reverse, unfinished life lesson, lack of achievement and completion, failure, unfulfilled. Yeah, you feel really unfulfilled at this position. You just feel like it's just a toxic environment, you want like some sanity in your life. And I'm getting you're tired of over explaining yourself. I feel like what makes this place so toxic is that you constantly have to explain yourself to people who don't really deserve an explanation. You know what I mean? They kind of want to dig into your personal life, I think, and like find out about you. Hence, like the gossip. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like really nosy coworkers. Um, that's what I get. I don't know. Honestly, I just say do your work, put your head down, do your work, and go home. Until you find something else, because I definitely feel that there's a lot of nosy coworkers around. Okay, next you get the Knight of Pentacles upright, conservative, methodical, productivity, efficiency, responsibility, dependable. Yeah, you're a really dependable person, and you have a lot of good mythologies behind your work in how you do things, how you execute things. You're really productive, responsible, dependable. I think you're a great asset to wherever you work. I just think you need to be on the lookout for like the toxic individuals. And for some reason, I get that you're just not happy there. You're great at your job, but you're just not happy. I feel like you feel really unfulfilled. And I feel like you just feel stuck. Honestly, I feel like you feel stuck at where you're at. But I honestly like I see you taking a really calculated, conservative approach to your next whatever your next move is, right? That's what I think. Let's see. I have the King of Pentacles upright, realistic, dependable, providing wealth, business, security, abundance, prosperity, generosity. Yeah, like I definitely think that you're everything and all that in a bag of chips when it comes to working. Even if you're self-employed, you do a really great job and your customers really appreciate your work, your clients. But I just feel like something with you feels unfulfilled. I feel like maybe you just didn't follow a passion that you wanted to follow. You did something else with your life that you're really good at, but I feel like your main like whatever you really wanted to do just didn't get fulfilled, and so you just feel unfulfilled. But I honestly feel like a lot of the unfulfillment, a lot of that feeling of unfulfillment that I'm talking about is due to really weird toxic coworkers. I'm telling you, that's the main. I feel like if these people weren't around, you would just be like on cloud 9 because you're really good at what you do, you get paid well, but I feel like they're bothering you. Let's see what's next. Okay, we have the Judgment card reverse, indecision, false judgment, self-doubt, destruction, inner critic, lack of self-awareness. Okay. So I get a lot of earthy qualities to this. I get that whatever you choose to do, like it's gonna support and nurture all the plants and the trees around you. You know, it's like the earthy quality. Like whatever decisions you make, you're not the only one being impacted. I feel like you have to nurture a lot around you. You know, your family, your kids. I just feel like there's more to it than you. So you have to take that into account. Versus when you were more young and rebellious, I feel like you would just be like, whatever, I'm quitting, you know. But I feel like now you kind of have to be really calculated. You have more bills to pay, that sort of thing. But so that's why you're kind of stuck at this crossroads. You're indecisive. Like you're like, I want to leave these toxic people. They're ruining my life. And then you're like, well, your inner critic's like, well, I don't know. Like, you know, there's doubt. Like, like, where am I going to go after this? So I think you need to really be calculated. I think you need to have a backup plan before you do choose to leave. Or I think you need to address it. Like, if you're really that indecisive, if the only thing bothering you is these like 2-3 people that are really terrible people, like, go complain, you know, go to upper management. Just say, you know, these people are really bothering me. Like, whatever it is, just you have to weigh whatever your personal situation is. You have to really weigh them out. Like the pros and the cons of each situation. Do you leave or do you stay? And if you stay, what are you going to do? Are you just going to deal with the toxicity or are you going to address it? And if you leave because you don't think addressing it is worth it, if it's going to cause more problems, then where are you going to leave to? You know, have a backup plan, you know, or if it's like a passion of yours that you never fulfilled, maybe now's the time to do that. You know, maybe like if you had a hobby, if you really like to sing, maybe now's the time to have that as a hobby again. Maybe you'll get paid for it. Sports or like whatever, sewing clothes, making candles, that type of thing. All right, Scorpio, that was your career reading. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's move on to your love reading. I'm going to be doing 8 cards again, already pre-shuffled these cards. Let me just give them one more shuffle. All right, let's go. All right, we have the World, upright, accomplishment, completion, wholeness, integration, travel, arriving, success. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of travel in your near future. I feel like you're either going to be traveling with your significant other, or if you're single, then I feel like you might meet someone while you travel. I know that sounds kind of like corny, you know, like, but yeah, it's true. I feel like you might meet someone who lives abroad, or randomly like at an airport or something. I don't know, I just feel like you, or like on a cruise or something. I don't know why I get that. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. Confusion, chaos, mental block, dishonesty, stress, anxiety, cloud adjustment, weak. I think you're just really, really tired, Scorpio. I just think you're tired. There's just a lot going on right now. But I honestly, like, in terms of, like, love interests, I think, like, you might meet someone one day who's just really confusing you. And you know what I get in my head? And this is really specific, but I think you reached out to somebody from your past lately. I think there was somebody from your past who you dated that you recently thought of and you recently reached out to. Call me crazy. That's what the specific message is in my head. Spirit's telling me that. And I think it's causing you a lot of confusion because they're not receptive anymore. You know? Sorry, like I think you're kind of like confused. Like, wait, I thought that person liked me, but I think it's been a really long time and I think that person has moved on, Scorpio. And I definitely think that you need to just let go of them and move on. I think it's not a good idea to go back to exes. That's what I'm getting. Anyways, let me know if that resonated. Really specific message. That's what Spirit told me. Okay, so 8 of Cups, reverse, selfishness, greed, materialism, lack of inner joy, laziness, indulgence. Yeah, you kind of lack that inner joy. You're kind of done with, I think you really hate dating. If you're single, this is primarily a singles read. It could be a love read, but I imagine if you're happy in a partnership, you're not going to be watching a love reading for tarot. So primarily this is a singles read, right? I think you don't have any more inner joy. I think you're just lazy today. I think you're like whatever about it. You're apathetic to the whole thing. But this is telling me to tell you to have optimism. You know, to have optimism, to not get stuck with that lazy, selfish like mentality. Meaning, you know, don't just say whatever, screw everyone, it's all about me, I'm just going to focus on me. Don't be selfish with that. Like if you want to find a partner, you kind of have to be really open and really like you kind of have to be vulnerable, right? I'm sorry, that's you can't have your guard up all the time, be closed off. You kind of have to be open. So it's really telling me to tell you to be open. I'm getting a really, really, really I'm Spirit's telling me Sagittarius. You're getting you're really have a Sagittarius coming up in your near future. And I know people say, well, they're crazy. It's crazy to have that, you know, two neighboring signs don't get along. But honestly, they do. I think for long term, a lot of long term couples, they're really like the signs are right next to each other. So I don't know why I get Sagittarius for you, Scorpio. All right. So what card are we on? Okay. So one more, two more. Ace of Pentacles reverse. This organization lost opportunity, failure, bad investment, mischance. Yeah, you have a mischance with whoever you reached out to. Like I said earlier, just forget about it. Whatever it was, you know, it didn't work out for a reason, right? And I think, honestly, I'm going to just say, I think you were at fault. I think you really played with this person. And I think you kind of sort of just want to see where they're at. I think between you and that person who you reached out to, you were the toxic one, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And now you're just confused at why they kind of ignored you. But it is what it is. Just move on, Scorpio. You're going to meet somebody else. Maybe you hesitated in the beginning for a reason. But just move on, Scorpio. All right. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups reverse. Illusion, temptation, overwhelmed by choices, distraction. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have a lot of choices, Scorpio. You're irresistible, right? People can't resist you. You're full of mystery. People are drawn to you. You're distracted by the different choices, but you kind of have to just, at the end of the day, if you want something substantial with someone, you kind of have to figure out like who works with you, who works with your personality the best. Looks are good, but like who can live with you, who can like get along with you the best. Whose personality do you enjoy the best, I think, Scorpio. So yeah, that's all I have. Please let me know if this reading resonated at all. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up. Drop me a comment if anything resonated. I'll see you in my next one, Scorpio, and check out your sun, moon, and rising. Check out all signs to get a full picture of everything. All right, I'll see you in my next one, Scorpio. Thank you. Take care. Bye.